Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center this October 23rd, 2022. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and then exhale, breathing in life, exhaling life and love. Feeling gratitude for this new day, for this opportunity to come together as a community and do what we love to do, which is to celebrate our divinity, to indeed celebrate life, to celebrate joy, abundance, vibrant health, to celebrate family, to celebrate friendship, to celebrate harmony and unity, to celebrate being creators and the created, to celebrate the fact that we are individual, unique expressions of the divine, free to go and be and to pursue our dreams, to manifest our heart's desires, to be of service to each other, to dance the dance of love with each other. And so we just breathe and relax here in this space, knowing that we are all inextricably connected. We cannot be separated from the divine, from the all good, nor can we be separated from each other. For we are the stuff itself, the divine stuff. We are goodness and light. We spring directly from the magnificence of the all good. And we were set upon this earth. We are here in this earthly existence, this physical existence, so that we can spread that magnificence across this planet and into the cosmos. For there's nothing that can hold or restrict love. There's nothing that can hold or restrict our magnificence. And so we just settle in and embrace our magnificence in this moment, knowing that all things come from the all good, from divine wisdom and intelligence. All things come from that infinite fount of joy and peace and love. And we just get to ride the wave and go with the flow. And so we rest here, knowing we are fully supported, knowing that there is nothing that we need, for we have been given all things. We have been given all things closer than our fingertips, for the kingdom of heaven is within each and every one of us. And we are the expression of that heaven. So from this place, this inner knowingness of peace and love and of heaven itself, we now sing our centering song, Spirit's Prayer. This reading is from Teach Us to Pray by Charles Fillmore and Cora Fillmore. This chapter is called Contacting Spiritual Substance. Man must build a perfect soul structure with faculties capable of always producing abundantly for both his spiritual and material welfare. In order to accomplish this, man must become familiar with what the metaphysician terms omnipresent spirit substance, which is visible only to mind, and the nature of which is to sustain and enrich whatever idea is projected into it. This spirit substance stands back of and gives support to man's every thought and word. It is ready to provide food for all living creatures everywhere. Today, man is learning consciously to make union with this invisible spiritual thought stuff and appropriate and manifest it. Our supply and support is governed by our familiarity with substance and by our mental hold upon it. Spiritual substance is the source of all material wealth and cannot suffer loss or destruction by human thought. It is always with us, ready to be used and to make potent and fertile both the soul and the body consciousness. In this connection, Jesus said, I have meat to eat that you know not. Just as God has been from the beginning, so spirit substance has been from the beginning. This substance is in fact the mother side of God, the feminine element in God's nature. It is the universal medium in which we plant all ideas of supply and support. Someone has said, the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. In the same way, the mother side of God may be said to cradle our good, nurturing it into manifestation and producing the influences that hover over and enrich our life. We should always bear in mind that if we are to demonstrate, we must pay strict attention to the conservation of the spiritual thought stuff. If we are to go forward spiritually, we must not waste our thought stuff in idle thoughts, in thinking thoughts of poverty, discontent, jealousy. We should positively weed out of consciousness all thoughts of poverty and failure. And in thinking or speaking of our affairs, we should use the very highest and best language at our command. Whatever the seed word is that is implanted in omnipresent spirit substance, this seed word will germinate and grow and bring forth fruit after its kind. Just as the farmer therefore selects the very best seed corn for planting, so we must choose the words that will bring forth the rich harvest of plenty.
Good morning, everybody. Today's inspirational moment, Power Through Constructive Thinking by Emmett Fox. And the word is prayer. God is omnipotent, and man in his image and likeness, and has dominion over all things. This is the inspired teaching, and it is intended to be taken literally at its face value. Man means every man, and so the ability to draw on this power is not the special prerogative of the mystic or the saint, as is so often supposed, or even of the highly trained practitioner. Whoever you are, wherever you may be, the golden key to harmony is in your hand now. This is because in scientific prayer, it is God who works and not you. And so your particular limitations or weaknesses are of no account in the process. You are only the channel through which the divine action takes place, And your treatment will really be just the getting of yourself out of the way. Beginners often get startling results at the first time of trying. For all that is absolutely essential is to have an open mind and sufficient faith to try the experiment. Apart from that, you may hold any views on religion or none. As for the actual method of working, like all fundamental things, it is simplicity itself. All that you have to do is stop thinking about the difficult, whatever it is, and think about God instead. This is the complete rule, and if only you will do this, the trouble, whatever it is, will the trouble, whatever it is, will presently disappear. It makes no difference what kind of trouble it is. It may be big things or little things. It may concern health, finances, a lawsuit, a quarrel, an accident, or anything else conceivable. But whatever it is, just stop thinking about it and think of God instead. That is all you have to do. And thank you, because this really means a lot to me. I just love Daddy. Wow. Please repeat our affirmation with me 3 times. And this is what is really true. My troubles melt away when I focus solely on the divine. My troubles melt away when I focus solely on the divine. My troubles melt away when I focus solely on the divine. Thank you.
Pete gonna get us shouting up. Think I'm kidding. I'm for real. I am totally for real. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. My name is Candy Williams, and I want you to show some love for this man. So this has been my home, my other home, for quite some time over the summer, and I've enjoyed that. I'm going to have to, I have taken another job so that I won't see you as frequently, but I will still be here. And what I would like for you to do, please, is join me in this song. And if you don't have a copy of it, they're here. And Sister Reverend Dr. Kim is going to give you a copy. And also, Sister Reverend Dr. Kim has the special background part. So if you join in when you want to, where you want to, or you don't have to at all. But she's got the special background part, and that'll be fun for you. So take these words and combine them with Pete's words. Send them and know that they do come from the Almighty, that is ever present. Don't get me started. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you with my soul, soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we behold more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you silently, breath to breath. Let us breathe as one, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. Back to the top. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you with my soul, soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we behold more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you silently, breath to breath. Let us breathe as one, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. Play, friends. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are. Say that over and over again. More of who we are. Oh, more of who we are. Don't stop. More of who we are. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you, Candy. Thank you, choir. How lovely. There's a woman, a young woman, who stands on the corner of Frankfurt and Coit, who's probably homeless, and she has a sign, handwritten sign, and she stands up against the sign post. And when I passed this morning, and often she is like this, she's unable to stand up straight, so she's leaning over and she's weaving back and forth, and sometimes it looks like she's just going to collapse right over. But I've never seen her do that. But I always worry that while she's on that median, and you know how 90% of the intersections are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, everybody's just trying to get through the intersection. And I worry so much that she is going to fall into traffic and be killed. But she's always there just kind of teetering on the edge. She has deep and very immediate physiological needs. I know others who struggle with finding a sense of themselves and feel like they don't belong anywhere and are always searching for home, for community. And so they are always looking outwards for someone, something to help them to feel anchored somewhere. There are others who need affirmation of how good they are, how good their skills are. Do I belong here? Am I fulfilling what you need me to fulfill? Am I loving you enough? Am I doing enough on my job? I'm afraid I'm going to get fired all the time. I don't know what's happening. And they're always searching for somebody to give them affirmation and to let them know that they are okay. There are some who have a need to be rescued, to be taken care of, because they don't think they can do it themselves. They don't believe they have the wherewithal to do for themselves and to take care of themselves. And so they are always motivated by needing to be rescued. Some of us need to always be in control. Some of us need to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and that everybody in my life is going to do what they need to do, what I think they need to do, when they need to do it, in the way I need them to do it. Because that makes us feel more in control of life. It makes us feel like we've got it all figured out. It makes us feel safe. Some of us need to always give to people, whether it's money or things or time or something, because we don't have enough love for ourselves to think that we could just be wanted for who we are. And so our motivation is always giving, doing, rarely being, because we need somebody to make us feel like we're good enough. I've talked about my upbringing and the kind of household that was there, and so I rarely felt emotionally safe, so I was always looking for someone to make me feel emotionally safe. I wanted safety in all of my relationships, and if you didn't make me feel safe, then I couldn't be in that relationship. But I was always reluctant to leave it, no matter what was going on in the relationship, because it was less safe outside of the relationship. Because I didn't have enough of my own self-worth or my own stuff. Didn't think I had what it took to navigate the world and to feel safe within my own right, within my own skin. And so I needed affirmation from outside of the world. I needed something to make me feel safe. I was in my grief support group the other night, and someone said, I just want something to be lasting always. I can't take any more loss. I want something to not change. I want the ones that are still in my life to always still be here. And I thought, Bless your heart. Because, honey, life is not like that. Life is not like that. And yet, a lot of us have that need for something to just be predictable, be the same. So because I got this figured out right here, and I know what this is, and all I've collected, all my toys I've collected, all my life, all my things, all my stuff, all my relationships, all my people, all my things, I've got life figured out this way, and if something gets pulled out of my collection of things that make me feel safe, then I'm not going to feel safe, and life is not going to be good. And I need life to be good. I need this, I need that, I need him, I need her. I need this now. I want it to look like this. I want perfection. I want it to be spotless. I want it to be in its place. I used to be like that, where I wanted everything in its place exactly. Everything situated everywhere in the house at its perfect trajectory for symmetry and something, because it just made me feel better about my life. Everything was where I needed it to be. And if it wasn't, I would move it so that it was where it needed to be. And if it got moved 5 times in one day, I would go back 5 times and move it where I thought it needed to be, because that made me feel better. And it made me feel like all was right with the world. So if that candle holder is not exactly where it needs to be, this is not going to be a good day. I'm letting you know right now. But we need. And it's interesting what we need. Sometimes we just need stuff. We go shopping. We buy more stuff. More clothes, more shoes, more pillows, more lamps, more cars. Maybe we need more relationships. We can't be committed in one, so we go find others and we hop around. Or we need something new, the shiny new toy all the time. Shiny new man, the shiny new woman. Maybe we need the younger one, the older one, I don't know. Somebody to take care of us, the sugar daddy, the sugar mama. We always need, because we need something to smooth out the edges of life so we can be okay. So that we can be okay, we need. A lot of us remember from school Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And he said this top one about self-actualization is a growth need. It's not because you need it in order to be okay, it's because you have a desire for growth and expansion. Because now you're feeling, you know who you are and what you want, and you're here to do something in this world, and you want to manifest that. You want to be in that space. And you love being in that space where you're using your strengths and your gifts in the world, and you have a desire for this goodness and to spread it. And everything else below that are needs, because we have to have that outside of us in order to be okay. When we're in growth, we know we're already okay, and we're looking to expand, to be more of who we are, to go deeper, to expand our reach wider beyond our own little universe. If we're always thinking we don't have, that's when we need. We need, and then we get attached to the things that we need. And the Buddhists say that's when we suffer, because you're attached to things. And nothing is lasting. Everything changes. Nothing is forever. We all die. We all die. We all will die. We don't know when. We don't know where it's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen. Everything goes away. Everything has its season. Relationships have their season. Jobs have their season. Friendships have their season. You may go to a particular church and you've had the same minister for 25 years and then they retire. And a lot of people can't handle that. They end up leaving because for them, the minister is church. They had a need outside of themselves for that particular person to be church for them, to be the community for them. And so when that person is gone, then all of a sudden we don't have church anymore. Same thing with teachers. I had a voice coach who died. And it was very disconcerting. Very disconcerting. And it took me a while to realize that there was an opportunity there for the next teacher to come along, if I so desired to keep doing voice lessons. That a door opened after there was a closing. But I had a need for that particular teacher, and I got attached. I was reading something this morning, and it said, need nothing, enjoy everything. What if you had no needs? We love our significant others. We love our families. But what if you didn't need them? What if you just wanted them? What if you just enjoyed them in every moment of every day? But you didn't need them to be there to make you feel loved. What if you just felt love because you are? And you knew that you had plenty of love to spread. Then you wouldn't be in relationship. And you wouldn't have behaviors and motivations that were out of desperation. Where are you going? You going outside? Who'd you meet? Did you see somebody? Did you flirt with somebody? Did they do this? Did they do that? Who are you talking to? Where are you going? How come it took you so long? When are you coming back? How come you didn't call me? What are you doing? We just want to know because we need to know. Oh, your phone rang. Who was that? Who's calling you? Who texted you? Why are they texting at this hour? What's happening? Do I know who that is? How come I can't see your phone? What's your code? I can't get in your phone. And we do these things. We look because we need to know. Because we don't have it within us to just want and not need, to enjoy the relationship as it is here and now. I'm always reminded of my friend who learned in Al-Anon to just hold things lightly, not with this death grip that we get on things, or our nails dug into relationships and people and things and status and salaries and cars driven and the amount of stuff we have. Some of us have so much stuff we can't hold it in our houses. We've got pods and storage facilities filled from top to bottom with stuff, and half the time we don't even know what the stuff is that we have, but we know we got stuff and we're attached to the stuff because the stuff makes us feel good. I held on to my mother's stuff in my garage from floor to ceiling for years because I felt like I was going to lose her if I got rid of the stuff. So probably for 3 years, I walked by this mountain of stuff in my garage because I was attached to it. I was attached to it being there to fill in that space. And the space wasn't in my garage I was attached to. I was attached to it here in my heart. She was the stuff, and the stuff was her. And the stuff made me feel like I still had my mother. And when I finally got to the point where I could clear that stuff out, I cried as I got rid of the stuff because I was letting go of my attachment to the stuff. And I had to find a new way to have my mother in my heart that had nothing to do with the stuff. The stuff was never her. But I needed the stuff for a while, for years. Oh my God. How many of us never get rid of the stuff? I know people who got stuff from decades back, crammed into corners and closets and cabinets. Clutter, emotional clutter, mental clutter. Man, when I cleared out that garage, I felt free. I felt really, really free and clear. And was I emotionally wrung out? Yes. Absolutely I was. But after that, I would just whip open that garage door and look at that free space and go, whoo-hoo, this is nice. But I was attached to the stuff. What are we attached to? What do you need to have in your life? What do you need to have so badly that if it went away, you would feel like you lost yourself? What do you need? Because whatever it is you need, your motivation, your behaviors are attached to that. Need nothing, enjoy everything. So if you're going to have the stuff, are you enjoying it? Maybe you are. Maybe you love to see the stuff piled from floor to ceiling. And you walk in and you say, oh my God, I have so much stuff. But what if a tornado came and wiped it all away? What would you feel then? Would your loss be immeasurable? Would you weep because then you wouldn't know what to do? What would you do? If all of your relationships are predicated on money or on what you give or on what you do? What if all the money went away? I watched somebody go through that. All the friends went away when he went bankrupt. There's dead silence in his life. But he learned that money and giving money was how you show love. That's what he learned growing up. Money was attached, doing and working was attached to loving. And so unless he was working and had lots of money to give, and he enjoyed giving it, but then when there's nothing left to give, there was nobody around. What then? What then? What if you needed nothing, no one? Nothing and no one. Can you stand on your own and be not just okay, but be good? Can you still love life? Is life still worth living? Will you still thrive? So what do you need? And if you're still needing something so badly like that, then we've missed. We've forgotten who we are. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within. You have dominion over your thoughts, words, and actions. You can create your experience of life. And so if you think you absolutely need someone or something to make life okay, then you've forgotten who you are. You've forgotten how magnificent you are. And that even if you lost everything in one moment, you can get it back in another. Because you have it by right of consciousness. Within 4 years of going bankrupt, that same friend was back making more money than he was before. I knew that when he went bankrupt. He didn't know that. And it took him 4 years to get there. 4 years. The first year, he grieved all those relationships he thought he had. All the people he thought loved him. They actually loved the gravy train. They loved the gravy train. And so those 4 years was this one man remembering who he is. And I say remember because we are born with all of that. We are born knowing that, I believe. That we are this magnificence. And then life happens and stuff starts to chip away at you year after year after year. By the time you're year 1, year 2, year 3, and other people in your life say things to you and you start to experience things in your household and suddenly you think, oh, I'm not feeling, there's no magnificence here. Somebody just said, somebody just did, somebody treated me like this or like that, and suddenly your self-worth, your self-image is all about the other stuff, the other people, the other messages, and not who you are inside. Some people never get that message. And a lot of those people still somehow learn through different vehicles, through whichever way they find themselves, they remember who they are. And they go on to do magnificent things in the world. So have you forgotten who you are? What you are, what you were created to be? And that there is nothing or no one outside of you that can contribute or detract from your magnificence. Absolutely no one. I don't care how good they are, how handsome they are, how beautiful they are, how rich they are, how good they are at talking, how good at doing whatever it is they do, and they can make you feel magnificent in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. No matter how good they are, they can't detract or add to your magnificence. It is our responsibility to remember who we are and to live from that, to dig deep and find that. So when we get in our patterns, when we get in those behaviors that are attached to needing something or someone, we need to step back. Step back for a moment. Take a deep breath. And maybe we need to say out loud, there's nothing and no one outside of me that I need. I have everything within me. I am the magnificence. I am the magnificence. You have to know that. All things are yours by right of consciousness, and you can bring it into full manifestation. So as you're going through your day, and you're starting to get acquainted, because now that I've brought it up, you're going to be looking and thinking, oh, there are some things and some people I need. I want you to think about that and take a look at it. And maybe figure out where that came from, but I don't think you need to do that in order to heal it and move forward. You can just decide, you can just affirm now, I don't need that. You can be in the relationship but not need it. You can be in the relationship and love that person and love them where they are and love yourself where you are but not need it in order to be and be good. You are good. You are the all good. You are magnificent with or without them. And maybe we need to say that to ourselves. Maybe they need to hear it. I don't know. Maybe I'm good, whether you're with me or not. And sometimes we just need to say it out loud so we can hear it with our voice. And then it gets to marinate. And then our consciousness starts to feel that. And then you have your behavior linked to that statement. I am okay, whether this exists or not, whether my garage is full or not. Life is good. Whether people adore me or not, I am good. Whether I have haters in my life or not, I am good. Whether it goes my way or not, I am good. Whether I get the appreciation that I need or not, I am good. Some of us go through our working lives, decades, and never get a thank you. You got to know you're doing a good job. My father taught me that. It's not their job to make you feel good when you come in the morning. Because sometimes you may never hear it. You may never hear thank you. You may never hear, good job, Kim. You got to be able to come in the morning knowing you know what you're doing. And you got to leave at the end of the day knowing you did a good job. You got to be able to pat yourself on the back because there may not be anybody else who's going to tell you. It's not their job. Your job is to know that in your heart and live from that. Because man, when we need something, then all we do is leave our arms and our hands open to crumbs, to whatever it is they want to give. And often it's not enough. And it can never fill whatever void you feel you have. It's never enough. And that's why we keep having to fill it. That's why we need to go shopping again, take another drink, buy more stuff, go buy somebody else a gift, beg somebody to call us, act out in a way that somebody will say, oh yes, I love you, I'll be here for you. Our behaviors, because we need to go outside of ourselves to bring it in, make me feel good, make me feel like I'm okay. You are already okay. You are already magnificent. You were from the moment you were born. You don't need to do or say anything. You don't need to produce to be magnificent. You are magnificent because of who you are. And so you can change it by flipping the switch, declaring who you are, declaring what you want. Stop taking crumbs. Stop taking crumbs. Stop seeking outside of yourself. And when you find yourself doing it, again, take a breath. Stop what you're doing. Sit in that place where you're feeling like you don't have enough or you're not enough yourself. Sit there with that and start to declare the truth of who you are. I am one with the all-good. I and the Father are one. I am part and parcel of the same force that created the heavens and the earth. The ocean is the all-good. I am a wave in that ocean. I am an expression of the divine. Tell yourself what you need to hear. And live from that. Live from that. We are divine beings. And that is my job. I wake up now, and most mornings I say that to myself. I'm a divine expression. Now, how am I going to show up as that today? How do I do that in my work? How do I do that at home as a wife? How do I do that as an aunt, as a friend, as a spiritual leader? How do I do that? How do I be that? How do I express what I already am? It's already there. Go live it. Go live it. Go live it. Need nothing. Enjoy everything. Our lives in the continuum of time are a blip on the screen. Enjoy life every moment as much as you can. Because we don't know. Nothing's promised. We don't know when it's going to be over. We don't know when the next person isn't there. When the one that we love is no longer there. We don't know. What we should always know is that we are magnificence. And we are the beloved. We are the creator and the created. We are divine manifestations. If you know nothing else, know that. And you'll have everything, everything, everything bright and beautiful in your life. Let's take this into meditation. So just breathe. Just leave an open space there in your heart. And if you don't know what you're already attached to, ask, what is the need that I have that I'm not aware of? What am I attached to that's outside of me? That I think I can't live without? What are the things outside of myself that I think must be in order for life to be worth living? What is it I say I need that makes me okay? That makes me lovable? That makes me worthy? What am I holding on to? Who am I holding on to for dear life? Because I think that's the only way to go on. What am I afraid of losing? Know what that is. Say yes and thank you to clarity. Because now that we see it, we can heal it. Now that we see it, we can heal it. So we say now in our heart of hearts, I am one with the all good. I am one with the all good. It is all well with my soul. I am magnificence. By divine inheritance. By divine inheritance. need nothing, for I have it all within me. I need nothing. For all that I desire is at my fingertips. And all that matters, all power that I need is within me. And I open my arms wide to goodness and love and peace and fulfillment. Knowing that the filling comes from within me. And I cannot be shaken. I am firmly rooted in my divinity. I am firmly rooted in my divinity. I need nothing outside of myself. And I enjoy life. I love who I am. And I hold lightly to the things and the people in my life. I hold lightly to the people and things in my life. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Knowing that all is well. All is well. For we have been given everything by right of consciousness. All is well. All is well. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. So now that we are firmly in this space of knowing that all is well, we hold the high watch for those in our lives who are struggling with remembering that very thing. And we know that they are magnificence as well. And so we raise those names now and say them out loud. For Renee, for Damaris, for Jan and Rob, for Sherry and Jeff, for Carolyn and Rick, for Pat, for Marie, for Katie, for Orrin, and for all those who are seeking and all those who don't know their worth, who don't know that they are magnificence itself, who do not know themselves as the beloved, as divine expressions. We hold that knowledge in our hearts for and with them, and know that their highest and best is at work right now, in this moment, and in each moment. And so it is, and so it shall be. And so we take the same power and knowledge and clarity into our offertory, knowing that we are given all things and that we share from our abundance, for our abundance comes from an infinite, everlasting fount of prosperity. So let's recite together our celebration of giving. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all the good that I am and have, all the good that I give and receive, and so it is. I got that. Yeah. Some of you may know this song. It was released in 1976. Some of you weren't born then. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Whenever you're ready, Maestro. Of us are satisfied, half of us in need, and love's bountiful in us, tarnished by our greed. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world?
A nation planted, so concerned with gain, and as the seasons come and go, greater grows the pain, and far too many are feeling the strain. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
gather every man and gather every woman. Celebrate your lives and give thanks for your children. Gather everyone and gather all together. Overlooking us. We're hoping life gets better for the world.
you dress me up for battle when all I want is peace. And those of us who pay the price come home with the least.
And nation after nation turn it into bees. Sing it with me. When will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah, yeah, yeah. When will there be? I wanna know now.
Sing, y'all.
When will there be
Harvest for
a harvest? 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 call it prosperity, that overflows into this community so that we can spread love, peace, joy, harmony, and unity around the world. And we know that we are that harvest. We know that we are the harvest for the world. Amen. 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 Just a couple of announcements. You should sing that again. Work with it, girl. Yeah, for sure. So today we have our peace gathering, so please stay. We have lunch for you if you're hungry. And we'll have meditation, some music, and we're going to affirm peace in our own lives and in peace for the planet. And spread this consciousness of peace and love around the cosmos. So we start that at 1, we'll take a break, and so we have about 45 minutes or so, we'll come back in here at 1 o'clock. And be peace together. Yes. Next one, sir. So this Wednesday, Armand and Angelina, so please be here for the Sacred Sound Meditation. Some of you have signed up. If you haven't yet, please put your names on the sign-up sheet that's on the front desk to the right of the doors. We'll start in probably at 7 o'clock. Armand and Angelina are just wonderful. They're great souls, great musicians, and lots and lots of fun. So you don't want to miss this. But please sign up on the sheet so we know how many people to expect. I think that's the last slide, is it? But I do want to ask, we do have, I've been doing more work, pastoral work, talking to people, being available to people either one-on-one, home visits, hospital visits, whatever's needed, texting. And so sometimes I think it would be nice if we sent out cards to people, because now I have more information about who's in need. So if there's somebody who would like to volunteer, we already have a stack of greeting cards to send out. And it's not even every single week, but from time to time I may know of somebody who would probably benefit from receiving a card from us. Or if you know of somebody in our community and I'm not aware of it, please let me know and we'll get one out. So if there's somebody who just would like to send out a card occasionally to people, please let me know and we'll work that out. And now our mission and vision.
If you will, please join with me in the vision and mission statement. We are Unity Spiritual Center, Saxe. We are a thriving global community of spiritual seekers, transforming lives through love and the expression of our innately divine gifts. Our mission is to inspire spiritual and personal growth through the teaching and demonstration of unity principles toward the realization of living our best lives. Thank you.
Divine wisdom is at work.
Everything is always working out for us.
Even when I forget. that
And
something
I
has to be
forget.
done. So I say goodnight. We're signing off with our audience that's online. Thank you very much for joining us. You are very much a part of this experience, just like everyone in this room. So thank you for joining us. And those who are sitting in the room, we have a little bit more for you.